All right, we're talking about contract terms in a real estate purchase contract, and this video is on closing costs. So, when a buyer buys a home and they're getting a loan on the home, they're going to have certain fees that have to be paid at the closing or before the closing that are associated with purchasing the home. We kind of lump those into a term called closing costs and prepaid items. You'll see that sometimes written into a purchase contract. And these items are things like the loan originator's fee. So if you're using a bank or a mortgage company, they have a fee that they charge for loan origination. They require your first year's homeowner's insurance be paid in advance of closing. So that is typically somewhere between $700 and $1,000 per year. So that money is going to have to be paid before the closing or at the closing. Other items. Appraisal fee, usually $350 to $450, depending on the lender and the appraisal company. Your lender's title insurance and optional owner's title insurance are also included in the closing costs and prepaids. If you're doing an escrow account on your mortgage, you're going to have reserves. So the bank is going to require you to have a cushion in your escrow account in case your taxes go up or in case some payments are missed down the road or something like that. So the reserves factor in there. Usually in this market, your closing costs, cash to close, part of your closing costs, not including your down payment, are somewhere around 3% of the purchase price or right in that $3,500 to $5,000 mark. Now, obviously, the more expensive the home that you purchase, probably the higher it's going to be. But if you're purchasing, something around market average, somewhere around $150,000 to $180,000, you're going to be probably in that $3,500 to $4,000 range. So sometimes the buyer, if they want to keep their cash in their pocket, they will ask the seller to pay a portion of their closing costs or all of their closing costs. Now, what this does is it causes the price of the negotiated contract to go up. So if the home's priced competitively and you want the seller to pay some of your closing costs, you're probably going to have to go above asking price to get those closing costs covered. So you're not really avoiding paying closing costs, you're essentially just rolling them into your loan. And adding closing costs to your purchase contract could cause the seller to go with a different offer. Basically the main reason for asking for closing costs is to keep cash in your pocket. If you have the money to pay your own closing costs and you want to make a strong offer, you probably should go in without asking the seller to pay your closing costs because that's just going to be one more hurdle in your offer. Sellers, your closing costs are basically going to be the deed preparation, the transfer tax, which is usually about $1 per every $1,000 that you sell your home for. So for a $150,000 sale, transfer tax is going to be about $1 per $1,000. In the state of Ohio, it's about $3 or $4 per $1,000. And there may be some fees there that are associated with paying off your loan, an overnight fee or a wire fee. So that's closing costs. Look for that term in your contract, and if you have further questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks.